The year is 1983. Cold War tensions are casting a long shadow over the globe, and the throes of the Troubles grip the United Kingdom. But behind the oppressive walls of Maze Prison, Northern Ireland, a rebellion simmers. Here, a group of inmates bound not by iron bars, but by a common cause, view themselves as an army and prisoners of war, and they begin to piece together a daring plan. They identify weaknesses, smuggle in weapons, and prepare for what will become the largest prison break in British history. By 1983, Maze Prison was one of the most secure facilities in Europe, a fortress designed to contain the most dangerous of inmates. Its H-shaped blocks, reinforced gates, and ever-watchful armed guards made escape seem impossible. Dwelling in a cell in one of the blocks of Maze Prison was a man known as Larry Marley. At 37 years old, he had already earned a reputation as a cunning and resourceful strategist within the ranks of the Irish Republican Army, the IRA. This was not his first time being behind bars, but this time he was serving a lengthy sentence for his involvement in a series of high-profile bombings. To him, captivity was just another challenge, and challenges were meant to be overcome. Marley's plan began with meticulous observation. Along with a select group of trusted IRA prisoners, he began studying the prison's layout and routines in minute detail. They memorized every corridor and checkpoint, noting the exact timing of guard shifts and the movement of the staff. Winning the trust of the guards became a critical part of their strategy. Marley's charm and wit made him particularly adept at engaging them in casual conversation. Over time, these interactions yielded a treasure trove of useful information about security protocols, weaknesses in surveillance, and even personal habits that could be exploited. But the most daunting challenge lay yet ahead: smuggling in weapons. In the tightly controlled environment of Maze Prison, the task seemed insurmountable, yet Marley and his comrades had allies on the outside who were as committed to the cause as they were. Through covert communication channels, they orchestrated a risky plan to have firearms brought into the prison. A sympathetic prison staff member, who had been carefully cultivated over months, agreed to assist. Using their position, they smuggled in 6 handguns, cleverly concealed within mundane items like food packages and even the hollowed-out legs of furniture brought in for repairs. Once inside, the weapons were disassembled and distributed among the prisoners, hidden in makeshift compartments within the cells and communal areas. With the weapons secured, Marley and his team focused on the final piece of the puzzle: their means of escape. After weeks of deliberation, they identified the prison food truck as their best chance. This unassuming vehicle, used for transporting supplies, was the weak link in the otherwise impenetrable security chain. It's September 25th, 1983. The air in Maze Prison crackles with tension. For months, the inmates of H Block 7 have been preparing for this moment. Now, as the afternoon routine begins, they're ready to put their plan into action. It starts with a simple request. An inmate asks a guard to check a suspicious wire in his cell. As the officer steps inside, he's quickly overpowered. They move swiftly, subduing guards one by one, using the element of surprise to their advantage. The clock is ticking. The inmates know they have a limited window before their absence is noticed. They strip the guards of their uniforms, donning the familiar dark blue attire themselves. But it's here that a fatal mistake by the prison staff becomes apparent. In their complacency, they've allowed too many prisoners to congregate in one area. This concentration of manpower gives the inmates the numbers they need to overwhelm the guards quickly and efficiently. With H Block 7 secured, the disguised prisoners begin their carefully choreographed move towards freedom. They split into groups, some heading for the main gate, while others secure key areas of the prison. As they approach the main gate, tension rises palpably. The Tally Lodge, the final barrier between captivity and freedom, looms ahead. This is the moment of truth. If their disguises fail now, if a single guard raises the alarm, the entire plan will unravel. The prisoners enter the Tally Lounge, hearts pounding beneath borrowed uniforms. They overpower the staff inside, but not without a struggle. For a heart-stopping moment, it seems their ruse might be discovered. An alert guard reaches for the alarm, his fingers mere inches from the button that would seal their fate. In a split second of desperate action, the prisoners subdue him. The alarm remains silent. Freedom is within reach. But the escape is far from smooth. As word of the breakout spreads, chaos erupts. Alarms finally blare across the compound. Guards and prisoners alike scramble in the confusion. Amidst the mayhem, the 38 escapees piled into the food truck, using it as their battering ram to reach the final set of gates. With the truck's engine roaring, they smashed through the barriers, the metal screeching in protest, until they burst out into the open countryside. Post-escape, 19 were recaptured within days, and another died, while 18 ended up in the IRA strongholds and placed into safe houses, where they could choose to either return to active military service or given a job and a new identity in the USA. Today, Maze Prison stands abandoned. Its empty corridors and decaying structures serve as a reminder of the troubles, the pursuit of peace, and the ongoing process of reconciliation in Northern Ireland.